In Florida, twice every year, I have one of my favorite things that I get to do, and that's look at the jacaranda trees. If you've never seen one, most of the year there are these green trees. They look like any other tree. But twice a year they have these just amazing purple flowers. Now, part of this, I have to be honest, is special for me because when my son was little, we played what was called the jacaranda game. We would drive around St. Petersburg, and whoever spotted a jacaranda tree first would yell, "Jacaranda!" And we would have points. And we just had the best time. And I think we probably did that till we was about 10, and then that stopped being cool. What was great about this game, it was predictable. We knew essentially where some of the jacaranda trees were, but we never knew which ones were going to be in bloom as well as the others. We also knew that certain times of year, because of the predictability, the blooming because of the time of year, we could play this game. And if you think about it, both life and business are like that. Some things are predictable and some things are not. And even those things that are predictable, sometimes they'll surprise you, just like those jacaranda trees did. We always expected that, we'd turn this corner and we'd be ready to yell at jacaranda and get that point, but it wasn't in bloom yet for whatever reason. Well, what does this have to do with business and life? Some things are predictable and some things are not. Your job as a leader, or an employee for that matter, is look for the patterns. Expect certain things to happen. For example, if you sell, certain times of year, there's going to be a predictability as to certain customers probably buy a little bit more. For example, in selling, certain times of the year, some customers are more likely to buy. There's the predictability, there's the pattern. But where they'll throw you every now and then is they change their mind. They don't buy as much, or they buy even more. If you start watching for the patterns, you can plan ahead. But you have to remember, you have to be ready for the surprises as well. If you look for those things, those predictable patterns, you'll actually reduce your labor intensity because you'll plan ahead, you'll be ready, and then you'll have more time for the surprises. And that's the lessons of or just a few of the lessons of the jacaranda tree. Is there was a predictability with my son and I, but we were always surprised. One of us always beat the other because we knew where some of them were going to be and blooming, but sometimes they surprised us. And so we could count on some, we couldn't count on others, and then there were the ones that were around the corner we'd never been around before, and we were ready because we spotted the patterns, but we were ready for the surprises as well.